Great to be with you. Thanks for joining us. And what were your overall impressions of this group's first time against another opponent with the lights on in the pit?
Well, I've said it a couple times. I wish we could play more of these. We got better tonight because we were able to play in front of our amazing fans. I'll say it a million times. Not a lot of people can get this many fans to an exhibition game, so very appreciative of that. I thought it was a lot of good stuff. We're getting better defensively. We're getting better rebounding the ball. A lot of that had to do with who we brought in, but I also think there's a commitment to it. So overall, I thought it was a really, really good step in the right direction.
Coach, looking at the team, you want to look at, where we got better. And especially guys like Barima Sek, who got to play a lot of minutes, and Javonte Johnson, these returners. Talk a little bit about them and kind of their roles this year and how they've improved, if they've improved.
Barima's been great. 5 block shots, which is awesome. He's disruptive. He plays hard. It's a matter of making shots for him. He's not going to shoot a lot of shots, but making free throws. But I thought he was really good. It was great to get some of those subs, some heavy minutes, with also getting, those first 5 in a rhythm. I thought they were impressive at times when they were playing together. So we were good on the break. It's nice to be able to throw it down low a little bit, and it'll be great to get Sebastian back as well.
Yeah. How is Sebastian doing coming off the ankle sprain?
Yeah, I think he'll be ready to go hopefully by next Monday. Hasn't gone, so we'll take tomorrow off and we'll kind of bring him back into the fold. He just had a run of bad luck. So hopefully it's something where he can get healthy and get it all out of the way, because when he's healthy, he really helps us.
Gosh, he had the wrist issue when he was overseas, and then he comes back and he gets sick, and then he's ready to go, and then the concussion, and then he's back after that, and now the ankle. That's some bad luck.
Get it all out of the way now. That's what I say. But I tell you what, it gives other guys opportunities to play, which is great as well.
Coach, you had played everyone. Talk about the lineups. Were you able to play with the lineup a little bit? Some bigs inside, and maybe different looks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play everybody,
right.
But that's what tonight is for, is to Braden and Donovan, who was impressive at times, and Barima obviously was really good. They can get some confidence from it.
I wanted to follow up on Donovan Dent, his first time with fans against another opponent in the pit. The stat line looks good. What did you like?
Yeah, he can go by anybody. He missed some at the basket. When he's good at the basket, he's impressive. So he's got to just continue to learn. 7 rebounds is great for a guard. So a lot of positives. I've said before, he's the point guard of the future for our program. He's going to win a lot of games for us.
Coach, this is my first look and everyone's first look under the lights. Can we compete for a conference championship?
Here's what I know. I know that we have drastically improved our talent. I think that there is some substance in the locker room. How are we going to be when adversity hits?
Right.
That's what I don't know. And in the transfer portal world, you just don't know. But I like our squad, and they work hard. They compete. They're talented. So we'll see. One game at a time.
You missed one word, unselfish.
They are. Yeah, I think Mash and House are understanding that's the way we got to play.
Yeah.
So really good.
What about the bigs? Their first game with fans against an opponent, Alec and Udeze. There was the one sequence there they played volleyball with it, couldn't convert, but they did a lot of good things. What did you like?
Yeah, they were impressive. Just got to finish at the basket a little bit more, but we got to go into them. And I think the rebounding and the defense will improve because of those guys.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait for the season opener for real on a Monday on the 7th in the pit. Looking forward to that. Is this the kind of final preparation against an opponent that you were looking for?
Yeah, it was perfect. And now we've got to have a phenomenal week of practice. We didn't run a lot of stuff. We kind of held back, and now we've got to give it our all, for the 7th, because Southern Utah's a really good team.
And it's for real.
It for real counts. We only got a couple of them, so take advantage of it.
Thank you, Coach Patino.
Congratulations.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino post-game on your Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino post-game show. Lots to do courtside in the pit. Final stats. We're going to hear from a Lobo player live. All that still to come post-game. Lobos 85, CSU Pueblo 53. Final. Stay with us. It's Lobo basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Live from the pit tonight following a Lobo exhibition win over CSU Pueblo. UNM 85, CSU Pueblo 53 is the final. Let's take a peek at some of the stats, some of the final stats from tonight's contest, as the Lobos make 5 of their last 6 from the field to close this game out with 51% floor shooting to Pueblo's 33%. How about UNM's efficiency from the three-point line, Hunter? 9 of 16 from 3 for the game. That's 56%. Lobos want to shoot the foul shots better. 12 out of 22, not good. 55%. Got to get better there. Only turn it over 9 times as fast as they play. Thumbs up there, scoring 85 points. They get 18 points off of 14 CSU Pueblo turnovers. Those are good numbers as well. And the rebounding battle evened up in the second half. 42-37, the Lobos win it by 5. New Mexico, 12 offensive rebounds to 9 for Pueblo. Second chance points, all UNM 11-1. Bench points, 34-22 Lobos. Paint points, 38-22 New Mexico. Fast break points, 17-6 UNM. The Lobos end up with 9 blocked shots, 5 of those for Barima Sek, and 9 steals as well. The Lobos assist 14 times on 32 field goals. And Pueblo had a brief 16-second, 8-7 lead. UNM led throughout from that point forward. All in all, pretty comprehensive performance for New Mexico in an exhibition.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, an exhibition, and everyone got to play. You know, that's always exciting, and everyone's, like Coach said, everyone's high-fiving. But those, you know, there's going to be times, and Coach said he's not playing everyone, when guys aren't playing and guys are on the end of the bench pouting, and then maybe you lose by 20, and what happens, you know? How does a team react to that? So, no, this is fun times. You get a W, and it's for real next on, the 7th?
Yeah, a fun new feature in our postgame, Hunter, the Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Theta Point. Make cybersecurity a team sport. Add Theta Point to your team to increase your defensive posture. I don't think there's any doubt. 5 block shots, Barima Sek off the bench. Magnificent defensively in just 17 minutes. Sek, our Theta Point Defensive Player of the Game.
Theta Point Defensive Player. Yeah, Theta Point.
Like that, huh? Yeah.
I like that.
Right on. We are postgame in the pit. We have one of the Lobos stars, standout guard, second straight year as a captain for New Mexico basketball. Jamal Mashburn Jr. is alongside. Mash, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Great to be back. Great to be back.
Fans want to hear from you. Mm-hmm. How's the toe? We know you had a little issue with the toe in that closed-door exhibition against NAU. You doing okay?
I'm doing good. It's, it's just basically the whole toenail is like dead, so it's going to come off eventually. So just letting it heal. But it's good now.
I've had 100%. Those. I had those. That's just not knowing your shoe size.
Facts. Yeah, right?
Oh, man, just called you out, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, hey, you got to take it to that 13. So that 12.
So now I'm
really
thinking
14.
Is
14.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I got a big foot.
I'm thinking, because I think I know what. Did your foot crash into the front of the shoe?
So
that's how it happened?
So I hit, I'm coming off a screen, and I remember I hit the opposing player's top foot. And I remember my nail was just at the front of the shoe, and it went right into the other shoe, and it just ended up lifting up a little bit. But I'm all good now. I'm all good. Can't
complain. So you guys on the court, in the pit, fans in the stands, and somebody else in a different jersey against you. What did it feel like tonight?
It felt so good. I mean, we've been itching so long for this month of October just to play somebody else. You guys know how it gets playing against each other. Night in and night out, it could get tiring and wanting to play new competition, and that's what we were able to do today. I mean, we gelled together, and we're still building and getting ready for Southern Utah.
Talk a little bit about your summer. Mm-hmm. What are you bringing this year that you wanted to improve on from last year?
Yeah, definitely just communicating and being more of a vocal leader rather than a lead by example guy. And then also just me being able just to hit the big and just make my teammates a lot better. That's what y'all going to see a lot this year. I've been working on that a lot.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Some Hunter mentioned during the game as well that fans are wondering if maybe that three-point percentage could ramp up a little bit. You've been working on it in the gym?
It's there. It's there. It's going to be up this year. It's going to be up.
All right.
I'm letting them fly this year. Letting them fly. Yeah, I've been working out a lot. So
add that onto the bread and butter mid-range?
Oh, yeah.
He called you mid-range mash tonight.
That's rightfully so.
That's your go-to, man. You're strong. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in this conference that has a mid-range game like you do.
I appreciate that. I put in a lot of work, man. I appreciate it.
Tell us about the freshman Donovan Dent, who's going to run with you in the backcourt this year.
Oh, he's special. He's good. I mean, he can see the floor. He can get to the rim. And he has a nice little mid-range pull-up, too. I mean, he got that in his bag as well. He's going to be a nice part and nice key piece for us this year. So he's good.
I noticed as a point guard, and he's not as vocal either, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like everybody's just kind of lead by example type of leadership, and but he's poised for a freshman, I think.
He's very poised.
Very poised. So I was impressed as well.
Yeah, man, I'm impressed too. I mean, he's been doing great in practice, doing great, tonight, and he's going to continue to do great.
Right.
So he's going to be good for us for sure.
What can the big men do for you? Desi and Alec, how can that help you guys out there in the backcourt?
Man, they changed the whole game for us. The whole game. I mean, they're a big presence down there on both ends, offensive rebounds and just defensive rebounds, and just being a presence down there. We're going to have to trap Morris. Somebody going to they're going to have to trap and do something with him because he's a load down there. Same with Josiah. And he can shoot the ball too. So they're going to be a big force with us this year. They're going to open us up.
That's another reason for you to stroke those threes, because that inside-out game, now you have that, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's going to be – it changes the whole dynamic of our team in a great way,
Yes.
Yeah.
The fans who were here for Cherry and Silver certainly had their eyes opened by the three-point shooting of Josiah Alec, but did that surprise you as much as maybe the fans? You see him in practice all the time.
I'm not surprised at all. He can shoot that ball. I mean, I remember my first game at Minnesota, we had him on scout. When I was a freshman, and he was a freshman, I believe. They ran pick and pop for him, and he's shooting it. He can always shoot, so I'm not surprised at all.
So I got to ask you, because Mo Udeze joined us pregame and told us about how far back your relationship with him goes, and he remembers you as a young buck, and you guys actually got to play together in a camp.
Oh yeah, it was a Under Armour All-American camp. I was an 8th grader, and he was a little bit older than me, but that was when we first met. We was on the same team. He was the big fella. I was kind of the little bro. You know what I mean? I was missing layups. Doing all that little bro stuff.
He talked about.
I know he talked. Yeah, I know he talked. He had a nice pass, nice little Jokic pass, and I blew the layup. And I'm like, man, I got you next time. I'm not missing that no more. So it's okay.
How many years later? He can't let you forget that.
Man, he still brings it up to this day. It's like, man, you messed up my assist, man. I'm like, man, I got you. I'm not gonna mess up anymore this year. No more this year.
Hunter asked about this early on. How will the new blend with the old? Like last year, it was all new, like 9 new guys, basically. There were a couple returners. But this year, you've got the core back, and now you infuse the new blood, some experienced, some young. How is this group meshing?
Meshing really well. I mean, I'm almost as well it's almost surprising me how well we're meshing. Off the court and on the court. I mean, we're still building chemistry. We still got a lot of things we got to work on, and just from a defensive side of it, and just from a communication side of it. But I think we're in a great spot with meshing and chemistry and all that. Great spot.
Man, we think about what could happen if you guys get on a little run during non-conference. I mean, do you ever let yourself think about that? And you've seen how electric it can be in here during conference last year, like that the win you guys had over Wyoming when they were ranked. But like, if you could get a little early season momentum.
Absolutely, that's important for us. I mean, that's we want to start out the gate strong, super strong. Start out the gate strong, finish strong. So I mean, I think those are our main keys, and what we're focused on in practice is trying to get a good start.
I got one question for you. I asked Coach this. Can you compete for a championship in this conference?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. That's all in our heads. That's all in our goal. Every time we wake up and go into practice, we're like, man, we can be Mountain West champions. I mean, we can really do that, and we're putting in the work for that, and we still got a lot of ways to go now. Yeah. But we're in the right mindset.
Okay.
Right mindset.
Can't wait to get it started November 7th.
Yep.
Mash,
sure.
thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys.
Jamal Mashburn Jr., second straight season, one of the co-captains for Lobo basketball, part of UNM's exhibition win over CSU Pueblo tonight, final 85-53. We've got a brand new post-game segment for you. The adjustment of the game brought to you by The Joint. We'll do that next. Lobos a winner, 85-53 in the pit over Pueblo in an exhibition contest. Stay with us on the UNM Sports Radio Network.